The air hung heavy, thick with the smell of sweat and fear. Natasha clutched a worn photo of Sergei, her son. Pavel, her gruff neighbor, cleared his throat, his eyes filled with a strange mix of envy and pity.
Still staring at that photo, Natasha? He grumbled, his voice rough. He's a soldier now. He's fighting for us.
Natasha bit back a sharp retort. They were crammed together in this makeshift bomb shelter for weeks, their lives on hold, their futures uncertain. Every blast that shook the ground rattled her bones, reminding her of the danger Sergei faced every second. She missed his laughter, his warmth. She missed the way he used to hug her tight and say,
"Don't worry, Mama. Everything will be all right."
Now the only news they received were whispers, rumors carried by the wind. Days blurred into nights. The shelter, once a place of refuge, now felt like a prison. The constant shelling had turned their world into a terrifying, unpredictable nightmare. The faces around her, etched with anxiety and despair, mirrored her own fears. One evening, a hush fell over the crowded room. A young soldier, his uniform dusty and torn, stood at the entrance. His eyes, wide and filled with a kind of haunted sorrow, searched the faces before him. Natasha's breath caught in her throat. She knew, with a mother's intuition, that he carried news about her Sergei. The soldier's gaze landed on her, and a look of profound sympathy washed over his features. He slowly approached her, his steps heavy with the weight of the message he carried.
"Natasha Petrovna?" the soldier asked, his voice barely a whisper.
Natasha nodded, her heart pounding against her ribs. The world seemed to tilt, the faces around her fading into a blurry background.
"Your son, Sergei," the soldier began, his voice thick with emotion. "He's alive."
Relief washed over Natasha, so potent it almost brought her to her knees, but the soldier wasn't finished.
"He's been injured," he continued, his eyes filled with a deep sadness. "He's in a hospital north of here. They don't know."
He didn't need to finish the sentence. Natasha understood. They didn't know if Sergei would live or die, and he was so far away.
Despair threatened to engulf Natasha, but then a flicker of determination ignited within her. She wouldn't sit here waiting, praying. She had to reach her son. "Where?" she choked out, clutching the soldier's arm, her fingers digging into his sleeve. "Where is he?"
The soldier hesitated, his gaze softening with understanding. "It's dangerous, Mom. The roads are impassable. The city—"
"I don't care," Natasha interrupted, her voice raw with desperation. "Tell me how to get to him."
The soldier looked at her for a long moment, then sighed. He pulled out a crumpled piece of paper and scribbled an address on it. "This is where they took him," he said, his voice low. "But please, be careful.